ends.
He said he gon' put up the sky. He don't tell no lie. He don't tell no lie. He said he gon' put up the sky. He don't tell no lie. He don't tell no lie.
I felt like he was talking about us. Without us, the sky is falling. So we go holding it up from the mountaintop, like 2 tablets of truth. Like 2 heaving chest cavities with lungs full of reality, we spit back into a world that continually spits in our face. And it's okay. We put our souls on cardboards that push off from the islands we are, trying to get the judges to hang 10 on our sound waves. The O2 we ingest, the CO2 we exhale. We've been the needle to this vicious cycle we've enabled since they've been keeping the records this resembles and press play. Sang songs of the psalms and palms that will somehow stop the sky from bleeding teardrop tops that fall pointing to from where they came, and stitch the afterlife in its place. From this launch pad, this space, this craft, I launch pieces of me that won't land for days. We try to put the sky up with piece by piece pastiche of sun rays. We continually patch paints on an unbearably ugly wall between us and God. So we Sistine Chapel the sky from time to time, so sometimes our sunsets and sunrises don't have to be so damn hard. He said he gon' put it up, all of it. Put it down, put it up on the shelf. They'll tell us retire, but forget to remind themselves that we do this shit for our health. But he said he gonna take both hands and put up the sky. He don't lie, and if you don't mind, tell your God this ain't a halo. It's the mouth to a megaphone, toll-free tunnel direct to his drive-through window. These track mark paradise's outstretched arms to connect them polka dots we're calling stars. In the process of putting up the sky, we named them all. We should have never started taking the fog out of our minds, putting it in a pipe,
soak in my hair, and I washed it all out. I didn't shampoo my hair. This is a co-wash. So I've just rinsed it all out, and I've rinsed out all of the deep conditioner, and while my hair was soaking wet from rinsing all that stuff out, I put in the leave-in conditioner. And I finger combed my hair. I didn't take a comb through my hair. And the reason that I did that, I'm not going to take a comb through my hair. The reason that I did that is because the more you touch your hair when it's wet, and the more you run something through your curls, the more you're going to separate them, and that's what creates frizz. So I run a wide tooth comb through my hair once while it's soaking wet, just to run the product through my hair, and then that's it. I don't brush it after that. It's obviously been detangled before I did the deep conditioner, and I also detangle with that same wide tooth comb while I'm in the shower. So it doesn't have any tangles in it, and this is what it looks like soaking wet, pretty much. And now I'm just going to diffuse it, and now I'm just going to diffuse it with a hair diffuser, and I have another video on that. It's called How to Use the Pixie Curl Method, and that's exactly what I'm going to do here. So it's going to show it, but I'm not going to explain it. I'll put a little link right here for the other video for you to do that. And I'll be back. Okay, real quick, I just wanted to explain something in that Pixie Curl video where I explained how to use the Pixie Curl method for diffusing your hair. There's a part in it where my bangs are like really not good looking, and they're all over the place, and they're kind of like not curly, and I said that I was going to fix it, and then I never showed what I did. What I used to do is I actually used to use a blow dryer, and I used to just straighten this framing part where my bangs were. I don't do that anymore. They grew like that because of the heat that I was using on my hair, so now I don't use any, well, obviously like a blow dryer is heat, but using a diffuser on a blow dryer on a cool setting is hardly the same thing as running a heated blow dryer with a comb or a flat iron, which is what I was doing. This is what I do now since I don't straighten bangs out anymore. So I'm just going to show you this little trick that I do, and whatever part you're going to make before you blow dry your hair or air dry it, you don't have to use a diffuser. But I'm actually going to make another video on what hair looks like, my hair anyway, what it looks like with a diffuser and what it looks like drying without a diffuser, air drying. It's 2 different types of curly hair, so I'm going to do a video on that. But if you do use a diffuser, You're gonna want to make your part before you start diffusing. I do anyway, just so that I don't have to fight with my hair once it's already dry, because the way you're gonna dry it is the way it's gonna come out. So I don't part my hair all the way back. I only part it back about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches, and I don't part it in the middle. I actually have a scar right here from when I was little, so I never actually part my hair right down the middle. But it's just parted right here, and this is the best part that I like, because it's still parted to the side, but then this is just kind of like big in the back, and it's just kind of like the look that I'm going for. So anyway you're going to part it, if you're going to part it in the middle, if you're going to part it inside, I would do that now. And you can actually buy little clips, because you can actually buy little clips to do this. I don't have the clips, I just use bobby pins. But when you flip your hair upside down to blow dry it for the pixie curl method, you're going to lose this part. And so there are these little clips that you can buy, and they kind of look like this, but they're much wider, and you just kind of like clip them to hold your part, and they're actually to put volume in your hair. But I use them for my part. But I'm actually just going to get a bobby pin and just put this here, and then I'm going to get a second bobby pin, and I'm going to put this here. And this isn't going to affect anything, it's not going to affect my curls. The only thing that it's going to do is make sure that my part stays there. So that's just a little tip, you don't have to do that. But if you want to keep your part while you're blow drying your hair, that's just an easy way to do it. And I wanted to make a note about this, and I'm going to say this again in the video. I don't know if I'm going to say it before or after this, but it is very important. If you do not want your hair to get frizzy, do not touch your hair when it's wet. Don't run your fingers through it, don't play with it, don't do anything to it while it's wet. Wait until it's dry. You can do whatever you want to do to it once it's dry, and it's not going to get cray-cray. It's not going to get all crazy and ridiculous and puffy and poofy and all that stuff. It's not going to do any of that. But if you do it when it's wet, it's when it's at its most like fragile state, and so it's just going to mess it all up. So if you do all of this stuff and it doesn't work, ask yourself if you're touching your hair when it's wet. Just leave it alone. Don't touch it. Okay, so now I've finished diffusing my hair using the diffuser nozzle and using the concentration nozzle. And this is the finished product. The part stayed in my hair. I did just take the pins out. This is pretty much how I'm going to wear my hair. One thing that I do like to do, I do use oil in my hair before I go to bed and when I get up in the morning and redo my hair. That's pretty much the only thing that I do to conserve my hair. I also get a spray bottle, and this says that it's like a weedette thing, but it's not. It's not weedette. I get the leave-in conditioner from the Mix Chicks, and I mix it with water, and then I just shake it up. And I use that in the morning to like refresh my curls. And then I use this is my oil, and I've done a couple of different oils before. I've used a biotin oil from Miracle 7, and I've used the Moroccan oil. And I don't like either of the oils. The biotin oil I really liked, but it did make my hair greasy if I used too much, if I used it too often. And I didn't like the Moroccan because it was thinner, but it was really shiny, and it did make your hair look really greasy. This stuff is really nice. It's triple nutrition nutrient spray. I'll include a link in the bottom bar. But it separates. So this is like actually I'm not too sure what this is. This is just the other stuff. And this is I think this is like I don't know. This is part of it. This is the other section. It's like oil and water and some kind of cream stuff, and it separates. And so you shake it together. And then I don't spray it directly on my hair. I just get my hand, if I can get this on the camera. I just get my hand, I close it, and I spray it many times. It's wet. I'm just going to put it like this. And then I'm also going to do this one more time. I'm going to flip it upside down and do the same thing. And I'm not running my fingers through my hair. What I do, if I don't want to separate anything, I just run my hands down. I run my hands down my hair, or I twist it. And that's a good way to get oil in between my fingers. And that's usually how I get rid of it. So I'll give you a full 360. This is the front, the top, the back. So those are pretty much the only products that I use on my hair. That is the curly hair routine. I'll be making a video following this on how to preserve hair when you sleep, and how to do like revive second, third, fourth day hair. So until the next video, I will see you later. Bye.
Less about writing, more about composition. Not so much what is read, more about the blues, silence too. Less about right, more about wrong, more about left, more about face.